The NFL Draft is an event where every team in the NFL gets better. Coming off a year as crazy as 2020, it's hard to firmly evaluate who can really play at their fullest potential. Last year we saw young stars such as Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, and Justin Jefferson emerge into potential future stars in the league. But in 2020, who can we pick as a safe bet to improve their team? The number 1 and 2 picks seemed locked with the Jacksonville Jaguars taking Clemson quarterback Trevor Lawrence and the New York Jets taking BYU quarterback Zach Wilson. But with the 3rd pick, the San Francisco 49ers seemed to be in a tough situation. Alabama quarterback Mac Jones, OSU quarterback Justin Fields, and North Dakota State quarterback Trey Lance are seemingly the only rational options for the number 3 pick. As the 49ers have hinted that Jones is their guy, I'm here to emphasize why that is their best option. Not only is Mac Jones accurate, smart, and overall a great quarterback, but he's a proven winner. Mac Jones has only lost 1 game in his entire college career. It came to the in-state rival Auburn in his first ever big game, which ended up being his 3rd ever start. Nonetheless, he threw some amazing passes in this game. Have a look for yourself.
Into it right now. Jones, a quick throw to the middle, and is caught by Devontae. Jones bobbled the snap, has to let go before he wanted to. Play action, Jones, the back shoulder throw with Mac Jones. Blitz coming off the corner, throws to the corner of the end zone.
If you watch this play here, you'll see more than what meets the eye. This is his first big game. Making plays like this, you don't get more NFL ready than this, especially when he's playing in-state rivals Auburn. Despite losing star receiver Jalen Waddle, Jones was still able to help Devontae Smith reach a Heisman and win his team a national championship without losing a single game. Mac Jones with a rather impressive stat line in his first full season as a starter went 13-0, 41 touchdowns against only 4 interceptions, and 4,500 yards in only 13 games. Numbers like this don't just come out of nowhere, especially when he outperformed every other QB statistically coming into the draft. Although Mac Jones had a far superior team, let's try comparing him to another quarterback a little bit higher than him rated in this draft class. The level of competition that Mac Jones was playing was probably one of the toughest, if not the toughest in the entire league, winning every game but won by more than 1 score is insane for a first full year starting quarterback. Zach Wilson also put up some good numbers, however struggled against playing good competition. He's 1 and 2 against ranked opponents as a starter. Moving on to Trey Lance. Oh boy. For a month or 2 ago, no one had even had this guy in the first round. Now all of a sudden he's a top 4 pick. He hasn't played a snap of college football in almost a year, and when he takes his first snap, it'll have been 13 months since his last play in college. His pro day was very overrated, but nonetheless was still pretty good. What misses his target for me is his inexperience. He hasn't even thrown 300 passes in college yet and has never played a ranked opponent. And when he has faced competition, it hasn't been the prettiest. I think he just has a case of stat pads that needs to be firmly examined a little bit more before putting him top 10. Taking Lance as the number 3 pick is catastrophically risky and stupid, and I see no reason to do so. In my opinion, he's no diamond in the rough. I'd let him fall to a later first round team and see how that one goes. Now bringing us to our last and final contender, Justin Fields.
Second down, Fields scans downfield, fires to the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nolan Turner. And the Tigers are not going to be dethroned tonight. They'll punch their ticket to New Orleans. Olave fell down. It was easy.
Don't get me wrong, Fields is a great option here, and I think he can easily be better than Jones, but due to multiple reports, it seems that the 49ers are drifting away from the Justin Fields option. His ball placement, footwork, and overall leadership is something that makes him outstand from the entire crowd. He should be very good in the NFL. He was also the runner-up for the Heisman Trophy last season and has thrown 78 touchdowns in his 3-year span at OSU. What really sets the edge for me is how well Jones played compared to Fields in the national championship. Jones threw for 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and had his most yards in a single game in his entire career. For playing under this much pressure in your first ever year as a starter in the national championship, this just shows that he's ready for the NFL. And this is why Mac Jones is clearly the safest option for the 49ers with the 3rd overall pick in the NFL draft. Thank you guys for watching.